On the move. On the move. Ooh, yeah. We are go for the greens, ready to live a dream. People say we never win, what the fuck do mean? Enough man, Mr. Rich and forget no team. My heart pure and my energy clean. I'm feeling nice, yeah, don't kill my vibes. Light a big split, get a cup with ice. No me and the team from the first class fight, show later tonight. Feeling nice, all the liquor we not check, no price. Pay the bill later, the rolling's high. Just wanna know me alright, no me alright, I'm feeling. Now everything proper, live the rich life like any big rapper. We stocking up the bricks like every real chopper. Can't bother with the beef like veggie meat whopper. Floss like real topper. Smoke till we float, but space like we are NASA. We're climbing up the ladder, so for party, no matter. Give thanks and praises to Jaja. I'm feeling nice, yeah, don't kill my vibes. Light a big spliff, get a cup with ice. No me and the team from the first class fight, show later tonight. Feeling nice, all the liquor we not check, no price. Pay the bill later, the rolling's high. Just wanna know me alright, no me alright, I'm feeling. So when me drop my lyrics, listen the track when the mix. New style, not talk, on a bag of gimmicks. I fi search for the flow, they wear properly fix. I no skilly bang alone, want stack up the bricks. Bank account for ya, show me a lot of digit. £1,000 can't pay for me watch on me kicks. So me hustle every night, every day. No me nice where you want me to say. I'm feeling nice, yeah, don't kill my vibes. Light a big spliff, get a cup with ice. No me and the team from the first class fight, show later tonight. Feeling nice, all the liquor we not check, no price. Pay the bill later, the rolling's high. Just wanna know me alright, no me alright, I'm feeling. I just the life where we living. Also for the cream, never give up, never giving. Because we ready and we willing. Same thing we say in the beginning. Yo, we are go for the greens, ready to live a dream. People say we not gonna win, what the fuck gonna mean? Enough man, Mr. Rich and forget no team. My heart pure and my energy clean.
Nobody hyper than Blacker representing for overall setting.
We gotta give thanks. We got to give thanks, yes, for the ones that come before us, and we gotta shake hands. Hi, this is Singing Melody, and I'll be on the Overall Settings podcast.
Overall settings.
Yeah, me know, overall settings.
Ashes. Burn them down all the way. Don't know, Rastama represent for overall settings.
Man, it's all about overall settings.
It's all about overall. Live on the Overall Setting podcast.
Overall settings. Watch your friends, watch your friends, watch your keeper. Watch your friends, watch your friends, watch your keeper. Watch your friends, know your friends. Overall settings, turn up the ends.
Wow, we're feeling nice. Yeah, come feel my vibes. Yeah, feeling nice. Big up Jordan. One of the past guests. Tonight is a night, one of them special night that. Before we even, get deep in where we are getting because tonight is a night of epic proportions. A long time I don't use a word there, epic proportions. Me don't even know how to spell proportion. Me don't even know what is a proportion.
A part of.
Okay. Yeah, because I know you specialize in a parts and them things. So you're supposed to exactly. You know what I mean? We're there tonight, feeling nice. Because we're in the company of the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Misha Settings is here with us tonight. Misha Settings always there with me, but it's the first time she ever a forward on camera.
Wait, so she's making her debut.
She's making her debut tonight. And look how beautiful she is, people. You know what I mean? She's so beautiful, radiant, elegant. The world works, you know what I mean? And she's hiding all of that beauty off camera, you know what I mean? She's usually in the production area, but tonight requires a lady's input for this particular show. You know what I mean? I like trust me. We had a young lady over here a couple weeks ago, or like a month or so, or a good little time now,
Yeah,
right?
it's been a good look at
Yeah.
time. It's been a good look at time.
But the show was so amazing and so phenomenal. You know what I mean? It's so enlightening. We learned a lot from that particular show, and this is like a spin-off from that show. And the lovely part about it is these ladies are actually family.
And what was so great about that show was her story was so inspirational.
Yes,
That was
yes.
so amazing.
Yes,
I mean,
yes,
because it inspired me.
Yeah. I mean, so it's like I like these type of shows because it shows you, it basically lets you know, regardless of what your aspirations are in life, the one thing that every successful person has in common, regardless of what journey you embark on, is the ability to step out on faith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to come from, such humble beginnings, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I talk about just Jamaican or, just us from your skin look like ours.
Mm-hmm.
You automatically you have the 8 ball lined up against you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And some of us know this and we embrace that and there's a select few who have that not to just keep it pushing, because the easiest thing to do is to just roll over and die or go out and start robbing and or do whatever.
Or
you know what I mean?
Simply just give up.
Exactly. Or just give up.
Yeah.
Or just give up. And tonight's guest is one of those people who exemplifies, you know what I mean? Even though, you know what I mean, we don't necessarily know a lot about her profession, which is why we have Misha settings here, so we can, you know what I mean, like
We have a lady's perspective.
right.
So
from a lady's point of view.
Yeah.
And,
So what we man know,
yeah,
she's here
exactly.
to
So
help,
she's
help
here-
us along the line.
She's here to be the neutralizer.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want to look like total clowns, like sitting here like, all right, so yeah, yeah, and more get little Botox in my forehead, and you know, I see I look probably like, I want to tell you, brother.
What are you talking about?
I don't think you want Botox in your forehead at all. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we welcome to our, no, before we even do that, I see so many people on this live right now. This live is another history live. And all I'm asking everybody on this live to do is just share. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, because this is a success story. You know what I mean? This is a testimony. There's no testimony without test. There's no message without mess. You know what I'm saying? And we're all going to be enlightened tonight by this particular guest. You know what I mean? As we welcome her to the platform, share this live, go on your social media, share it in your WhatsApp. You know what I mean? Go knock on the people in door next door and say, yo, turn on a live, yeah. You know, see it? Because tonight we welcome to the platform this young lady, and she have more name than me, you know, because I check say my name is long. You know what I mean? She have a portion of name. You know what I say? I'm going to name out to all of them right now. Miss Kerry and Walters Burton! Yeah.
Welcome.
Welcome. Mama, come.
Hi guys.
Mama, come right out, you know, right out. Right out.
So you know want me to come out? What is it?
Big up everybody for the life. Big up Shiftacular, you know what I mean? Big up Zone if you make it possible. Big up Demar, you know what I mean? She's our sister. So, you know, the world may know her as Demar, but we put the settings on the back of her name. You know what I mean? Everybody will come over here. Yes. Everybody will come over here, get the settings, you know what I mean? So behind them wall letter there we should have the we got the LP DH all type of
yeah. Put it like this. Behind the doctor it is the settings.
Behind the doctor is the settings.
Yeah.
Way back at the letter there are the settings. You know what I say? Zone is a settings, and tonight ladies and gentlemen, before the night is over, we have another part of our extended family. Mama, welcome. You could have been anywhere in the world, especially upon a Sunday. You know what I mean? As beautiful as you are, you could have been, you know, with the Aussie, with the family, cooking Sunday dinner, or wherever you do normally do upon a Sunday. You know what I mean? And you chose to come hang out with us, and we really appreciate the fact that you would take the time out, you know, to come give we some time where you will never get back. You know what I say? I will love and appreciate the fact that you would really come over here and do that with us.
Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
Though me I tell you, say my nerves are kick, but me I go and hold it, you know, cause me I say, God, go before me. Once you go before me, I got it. Yeah.
Because the people living on the life, I be art that for you, you know. Look how much art in it. At least me tell you no look pan comment. Me I look pan the comment.
I look on them.
All right, beer flames, beer art, beer the whole of them.
Whole heap of love. Whole heap of love.
So what we before we we go any further, I'm sure you heard when you were backstage in the green room, you know, this is Misha Settings, you know what I mean? So this is also her making her debut to the platform, you know what I mean? This is Daddy Lee Settings, and that brother we are doing way for chatting, Fico Settings, you know what I say? So a Settings family, you know what I mean? Welcome to our platform. What we like to do over here is go back as far as we possibly can go, you know what I mean, to the beginning, prior to even the aspirations that you had to be doing what you're doing now, you know what I mean, how you've got into that field, you know, and basically what you're doing now, and then by the time, you know, we say goodbye, we'll be talking about what you'll be doing in the future, how people can request your services and things of that nature. You know, I said this is a part of your legacy. So anything where you want people to hear now, 20 years from now, 50 years from now, as long as the internet is around, this will be something that somebody can come back and look at, you know what I mean, and make reference to whatever. This is your footprint in the sun, basically. Yes. You know what I'm saying? So where did it all begin for Miss Kerry and Walters Burton?
To be honest with you, I think we're born with it. You know? Yeah, naturally. Blessed hands. However, it all begins. I live in the US, obviously. And I came here when I was 12 years old.
Okay.
And from junior high school, I used to always go in at the little hair store and see the little nail polish kit, you know. So I always, my mother she's not going to allow me to put on fake nails or give me money back then, you know, to do certain things. So, you know, I have to watch and learn it myself. My first little job that I had was actually a shampoo girl at 15 years old at a salon. And, you know, from then they was calling my hands blessed. There was a lady named Lynn. She used to do nails, and I always used to just stand there and watch her do people nails. And I was like, oh my God, Lynn do nails so good. I wish I could do nails one day like Lynn. And, you know, all the time when she doing nails, I'll ask her and certain questions she will answer. So from there, you know, I get my own little kit and start sometimes I do some nails there. All the pinky fat.
All right, stick up in. Because my sister, me know why you feel like say, me know why you feel no pressure, none at all. So me see you have
warm up because man tell you.
No, well I know. We are gonna reach this, so. Here we are going. You have some family in the comments, you know what I mean? You have a Jermaine Brown. cuz, and them a tell a great job. So there's people reassuring you. There's some people on this live right now who normally not come over here, you know. Stephen McIntyre, you know what I mean? Big up yourself. You know what I say? There's a whole heap of people who have come over here for the first time. Where, like me tell you, this is a part of your legacy. So yeah, we want to know about the aspirations to do what you're doing now, how you dabbled into that. But we know that there was also a life before that. So if you did forward over here when you're 12, we want to go back to when you run up and down in a Jamaica, where you're bathing in your bad pan. You know what I mean? We want to know where you come from. We want to know the whole of them something there. You know, man, it's a legacy we are dealing with.
All right, yeah, dig deep now. All right.
You know what I mean?
So deep like you want for big deep.
Yes. And there we want to go.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
That's the cousin they were in the comment them though. I say, I lie, she tell her, she take on me so, I see it. We want to go there, so. That's how we want to go. And then we are going to go up on the plane with you. Remember, we are relive the journey with you, you know. Like when we used to have a show back in ideas, they say, hello, Mrs. Burton, this is your life. You know what I mean? Then we take a walk down memory lane and then we forward, come back to New York or wherever you did land. So we want to know as far back as you can remember when you run up and down to Jamaica. Which part of Jamaica you come from?
Okay, well, I was born in Springmount. That's in little bit, about 25 minutes out of Montego Bay.
Okay.
St. James, Montego Bay. I must say, well, my childhood wasn't a bed of rose, but we made do with whatever we had. I was like one of the only girls in the yard running up and down with all these guys because I have a lot of uncles and cousins. So me always call myself a real life Cinderella. But me have learned how to wash, clean, cook, do everything.
Right.
At one point, all the water me I carry in my hand. I try to cook water. For real, when we don't have water pipe, we have to go get water, carry water. So when me I come from to where I am right now, like you say, without a test, you do not have a testimony.
Yeah, man, for real, man.
So, you know, but then we used to take my grandfather, we used to take the like the little lipstick or the Vaseline, put on my lips, or me take some little eyeshadow, anything will have color. My grandfather used to say, you're so blind. Because me I follow my mother. My mother used to love dress up and stuff like that. So
right.
My mom was at the time, you know, she had migrated to she was in the Bahamas, you know, she was working in the Bahamas. So I was staying with my grandparents time to time when she's not here, when she's not around in Springmount. So either in Springmount or in Montego Bay. Because at one time she used to work for the police headquarters. So I have a brother, Ricky, by my mom, and I have 4 other siblings by my dad. So, you know, growing up, you know, I used to learn how to do everything to the point where they used to call me Madam. That's a nickname what the guys them call me and the family, like them we say Madam or Maham. You know, one of my uncle always say Maham, because I'm always a feed, cook and a feed somebody. As little, one of my uncle that passed away last year, every time he always talk about, he said, man, this what I tell you, Kerry, and when I go to Jamaica, this little girl, 11 years old, and she's the only one with when you look, you see this little thing coming to me with a plate of food. Say, Uncle Ralph, I cook some food.
No, well, I know that me just said I got talk about, you know, because you must feel like, say, me not hear about the 1 crayfish and the 2 dumplings they used to cook. Eh? No, well, I know, there we go. Yes, there we go. Because May I hear say your hand them blessed from them time there. So, before you even take up the makeup pen,
yeah.
yeah. All right, you also come talk it, uncle. Uncle Bust the secret said this little girl, as little as they see her.
Who teach you to cook so young, Granny?
My grandma, I used to, most of what I learned, like I watched my grandmother, just like I said, um, being that I was one of the only little girl in the yard, I have to learn how to do these things because me used to give me have to wash dishes, me have to get up. And say, but then, you know how now we have the privilege of vacuum or the wood floor or the little Swiffer jet map. Me did have to use to go down on my knees.
Exactly.
Back then.
I remember them style.
Yeah.
Yes.
We can't relate. We can't relate.
Yes. So it's a lot of things. Said that's another thing too that I really don't get too deep into my story. Like I said one day, I'm gonna be able to use a platform to let the world get to know me or behind the scene of the real Kerry, and maybe today, just like you say, history. So maybe that's why I say, God, go before me, Lord, let it you who speak and not me. So as I'm doing this, even though me talk like me say my nerves, but in a minute it will calm down.
No, man, you already a loosen up, man. I'm a seat, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, me tell her something, man. I gotta tell her this. The same thing when I tell Demar when she did come over here, because she did tell me the same thing. And she literally come take over the interview and she started the show. You know what I mean? And you just naturally, you can see it. You have the aura upon you. You know what I mean? And for your little it headed. You know what I said? But what I was saying to her was, when my daughter was an aspiring nurse at one point, you know what I mean? She was, she also did have a sickness, you know what I mean? So that kind of set her back some years. So by the time when she did reach a college, she did have to go a longer road in order to forget it. But a lady along the way told her this. She said, when you walk into that room, that patient will never look at you and ask you, how long did it take you to become a nurse? Because you're a sense of saving grace to them. You understand? So like at the end of the day, the amount of people that you've touched, that you've made look pretty, that you have done so many things for, made them feel so good about themselves, because that's my take on it as far as like with makeup and beauty. It builds something within somebody. So you're actually bringing life to people. You know what I mean? People don't know what your backstory is or what your motivation is. They don't even care. They just want to know that you got your skill. You know what I mean? So, but every last person that we come across has a story. Everybody just doesn't get the opportunity to tell that story. You know what I'm saying? And we want to give you that opportunity to disclose as much as you would like, on your behalf, because as I said, this is not our legacy. This is just us providing you with a platform to give people a piece of, because at the end of the day, if you're already doing makeup for stars, no. You know what I mean? You probably never anticipated that when you were 11 years old.
No,
so who's to say what will be in the forecast for you in the next 5 years? You know what I mean? So you might have people looking for you all over. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, people are gonna want to know the story behind, these magical hands.
Like I said, they wants to know your legacy.
Right.
Right. And may I tell you, that's why we love this platform, because we are hearing your legacy right now. And as far as from over a year so far, from such a young lady, you are doing so much,
Box foot.
Yeah.
Well, honest, stick a pin for a second. Say Jermaine Brown, a beer things are going on with, I beer things are going within a Jermaine Brown. Can you tell me about the crayfish? Me tell her about it. I know you come tell me about me if ask the woman who her favorite cousin. Me nah go get another bang around there with
Yes,
you.
they're politics. They don't even be
On
saying
the
a
angle in the bangle in the self, brother.
Politics.
Don't get me
Politics.
involved in it. Please
Exactly.
don't get me involved in all the thing, brother. Cause I don't want nobody come beat me. You know what I mean? I don't want nobody come junction me thing. More everybody with up on a live and for subscribe. So might be after them subscribe. We can ask her. No, but like I was saying, you started to realize the use of these magical hands first as cooking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you know, like you say, your uncle noticed that from a very tender age. So did you start cooking prior to 11? Because the way he's talking is like by that time
when I was young, like little pitney. I don't remember what age, but I can remember, you know, when them used to cut the you remember Betty milk, the little Betty can milk.
Yeah, man.
The little sardine
In
thing.
milk them, yeah.
When a woolly palico slap up the gate because when them throw it in at the trash, you know, me used to hide and make fire, but me a cook. Little me and make fire, say me a cook. Me not eat what me I do, but me, because I see them cooking them big pot, I mean, it's like me always I say, I want to learn how to cook. Me want to do this. So it's from then from back then, I always tell myself that I don't, there's nothing that I cannot do unless I try it. And I don't never try to say, even now when somebody say, can you do this? I said, well, you know what? I never did it before, but I can absolutely try.
Exactly.
As nothing, what them say, nothing beat a failure. Yeah, see me, so. So, you know, from back then, I used to get me little flagging because we're not supposed to light no fire, no way. You know, and then, like my cousin said, me used to, like I said, I used to carry water. When there's no water at the pipe, we used to have to carry water. You know them African you see them African now, them have a little and you have to carry water. Yeah, at one point, that's what my life was.
Wow.
But I never let that deprive me from going or thinking that I never think of myself that I ain't good enough or I can't do, because when I see other kids growing up, I see other kids have and I don't have, I learn to do without. Because we say, maybe enough for me time then, but one day, I always say, God, one day I know that my life is going to be better than what it was at the time. But I had a good childhood, even though I was going, you know, going through all of that. I had a good childhood, you know. Sometimes he will sit down and say, oh my God, I miss those days back in the days when we used to run up and down. No, now it's not like that, you know. But with all of that from then, you know, the little, them used to have some little pencil Crayola.
Yeah, man, remember, man.
And you just dab the little water. You just, you used to take the little color marker, the little crayon pencil. As if you dab it, you put water and you dab it in there, you can make lines, you can do that was one of my little makeup strategy too. You know, from the cooking, the all of my cousins, they have a story about me. Every one of them have a story, but it's not bad story. It's just like you say, one just take both crayfish, the other one, may have a cousin who tell me, say me push her up with that jackfruit tree for pick green jackfruit. one next one say me push him up on mango tree if you go pick mango, because I'm always the food girl.
Well, I know, man. One of them all I said 10 of us waiting for food out of 1 milk tin, madam. cooking in a one crayfish night. And
Yeah, it's
everybody, so you'd have feed the multitude from them.
the multitude from then till now. The multitude. Trust me, it's true. It's a true statement, honestly.
Pick up Sean McIntyre.
So
Pick up Sean.
at such a tender age, did you feel pressure? Did you feel like you was being overwhelmed by everything that you was doing at such a young age?
Sometimes yes, to be honest. Sometimes yes, you know. But even though I just make do with what I have, or my grandmother, grandfather, when mom wasn't there, when she went away because she went to work, like I said, they made sure that everything I was good. Boy, but me I tell us the uncle and the cousin them me could have get no breathing space. Me could have done nothing. Nothing. But you see one thing though, not beat my fruits. Because we have acres of land. So me, when mango season time come, I was the first one all before daylight, me their mango tree.
Wow.
But from back then till now, from I migrated my mom, I'd moved to the US from the Bahamas.
Okay.
And that's when, me and my brother had came to the US.
So tell us a little something about the transition. Like what was that like for you? I mean, because you left when you were what, 12, you said?
Mm-hmm.
And what was your point of entry? Where did they land?
In Miami,
Florida. So Miami was your first. So it's not much of a difference as far as climate wise. I mean, so you don't really have to adjust in that manner. But things were obviously not a complete contrast of what it was like in Jamaica. But what was life like for you? If you could remember and kind of refresh.
I know when I came to the US, the first meal after we get off the plane, the first meal, and I had KFC, because everybody KFC, Jamaica, KFC is like the national.
Turn up right up.
Yeah, that was my first meal, and when I get it, I say, no, I don't like this. This not taste good. Because that's not that was not acquired taste. It didn't taste like the one that was back home. So from there on, from where we are, from Miami to where we live, it was 3 hours. So it was a long ride, and everything just tastes nasty. Apart from the fruit, everything tastes nasty to me, because it doesn't taste like what I'm used to. And then me, I want a little cookie already. So if me and Caesar have something to do with the pot, it wasn't. It come like it wasn't popping, or
Right.
But at the same token, from there, register for school. In school back then, junior high school was Southwest Junior High.
Okay.
When I started going to Southwest, everything foreign to me. I used to so much picnic in the school, and then in Jamaica you have to go buy your lunch, go to the front of the school, go buy the lunch.
Yeah, okay. What do you call it? Tuck shop on them something there. Yeah.
Exactly. You have to take the tray. Go get your little lunch. You have to have a fruit on your tray. Everything was just so different.
So on they are wear they are wear uniform them time there in a up here?
Not my school. It was just regular clothes. So back in Jamaica, I used to wear uniform.
Right, but when you're forward over here,
so everything was different
as well.
And start going to Southwest is like, we don't know nobody, but then Jamaicans anyway them find some click up. Because once they know that Jamaican.
Well, you see, you and Jamaican Brown. I don't know what type of vibes on the Abaguana's cousin, but the dog say when him remember when you just land and you never know, say a washing machine was a washing machine and you didn't think our big pot.
I want to blow me.
Hey, you are, hey, my way I forgot give him a link and make him come over here and come talk some things, you know.
No, right then, they no need to come over nowhere. I no go some
Hey, that sound like a real favorite cousin for you, though. So like a real favorite cousin.
If I lead on old people, because I tell you about the one crayfish and that accurate, I know I can't tell you about washing machine.
No one the inaccurate.
No, but I mean, what was it like as far as, you know, I was it a big Jamaican population where you were living at, or did you have
not at the time, not so much, but it was big enough, but not so much.
So what was it like, you know, for you learning to interact with, I mean, obviously you were speaking English, but you know, it's broken English in a sense. You know what I mean? There was an accent, you know what I mean? So what was it like, you know, interacting with all of these people with, you know, from different walks of life?
Kind of rough still, you know, because when you just migrate as a child from Jamaica back then, and certain things you don't know how to say it, you have to twing and twang.
Right.
And the twing and the twang now come out. They say, what did she say? What was that? But, you know, after a while, I got used to it. You know, I have my little friend, Kimisha, from school days. I know till this day, we're still friends, same way. You know, that's always been my friend from junior high, but she had made it real easy for me.
Okay.
You know, in junior high, in high school, she been a friend from back then.
Okay.
You know? So she kind of, cause she is a Jamaican that was born here.
Okay.
But Kimisha was more Jamaican than me. So you know, and then she have our little, she just speak her mind, and she have our little. So it wasn't really click, but the same people from the junior high, we all went to the same high school.
Yeah, you know, everybody have one of them friend there. Everybody, if you not have a true friend, unless you have one of them friend the way, you know what I mean, like them like you can't ramp with my friend, no at all. You know what I mean, like everybody have somebody like that. Yeah. And that without me even knowing Kamisha, me just know say other type of relationship because she'll break you in, and then true she have the best of both world. Nobody can go around you, nor she, no time. You know what I mean? Like wow.
Kimisha's grandmother was a gangster from Kingston. Tadaf for 100 now, Chris Wall, and Tadaf is still mobile and active than anybody right now.
Still a gangster.
You know, all Tadaf though, when one day they live in Connecticut. So it's like one day I went to visit them, and Tadaf bent down to pick up a piece of mail. And I guess she couldn't get back up fast enough. Tadaf say, do God, may I beg you one new body. That's all I want. But she's still living until this day. She's 101.
Wow.
Yes, and Tadaf is mobile than a lot of young people. Wow. I'm telling you.
Wow.
So, you know, I really admire her. But Tadaf used to walk, and anytime she visit Florida, she used to walk through the shortcut them with her piece of stick in her hand.
The only thing, I mean, like me said, that to me is high Pamelisa's impressive, but even just right up there with that is the fact that you and Kamisha still maintain contact from then till now. Yeah, I mean, because you have some people where in your life here moment, you know, I say, and you know, them come and go. You know what I mean? And, you know, but for Sisse, you can still hold the realms there from them time that till now speaks volumes.
Yes,
it does. It does. That's because that's a hard thing to come by in this day and age. And you and I know that.
And you know what, too? Anybody that I've been friends with from junior high to high school till now, we're still friends until now. That's all me.
Wow.
I am one of them people that I'm always neutral and just casual. Not casual. Well, you could say casual, but I'm always all my friends them I have back then we're still friends now.
But
Kerry is always that one person that
over 30 a year, you look on right. That's how you know.
It's funny because we had a little conversation earlier and where you say, you know, on a new friend.
Yeah, man, I the same thing. Me just I say right before you like me say.
I can't second you on that.
Yeah,
No,
man.
you
Yeah,
don't.
man.
No,
Like
because nowadays it's their motive. Some of them come with an ulterior motive, and they come like a lot of them is a wolf in sheep clothing. When me tell you say me can testify and hold up me and testify to that. I tell you, say
You know why? You know why? Because you've been tested, and it goes right back to my original statement. There's no testimony without test. There's no message without mess. You know what I said?
What me tell myself say I said, Lord, I said I'm anointed. I'm too anointed to be disappointing, and then I'm too blessed to be stressed. So sometimes I have to sit down and tell myself that because me feels that I did have a rough childhood, but at one point in my life here in the US, trust me, I meet it. But me say God have my back. And to all by whosoever, I can't see who's watching this platform right now, but who know.
Yeah.
And you know where I'm coming from to where I'm at right now. And to see me, to be here with you guys is absolutely, truly is a blessing to be here, to where me can sit down and have this conversation, or even to be on this podcast right now.
Right,
you know?
right.
Talking about my opportunities are my blessings that I have in life are, but it wasn't easy. It wasn't 1, 2, 3. Because some people will look at me and be like, oh, this and that, or she, oh, this happened for she, or and it never happened for me. But like I said, without a test,
that's why these type of reasons are vital. You know what I mean? They're needed, because some people see you and them say a Jamaica, born big so. You know what I mean? And people see the glory, but them don't know the story. You know what I say? And this is not, because we don't have time to stop and talk about the accolades or the things that we acquired along the way, because there's always something else to do. There's always another hurdle to overcome. There's always another corner to turn until the curtain comes down. You know what I'm saying?
That is true. That is true.
And somebody who is truly aspiring to do great things don't have time for sit down and a pray with him do yesterday, because they might look on tomorrow.
Yes, that's true.
And that's why these stories need to be told.
Yeah, man.
You understand? That's why we have this platform. Like I said, once again, these stories need to be told, because on a different level, you never know who are gonna watch this and you change them life.
Yeah, man.
And make a difference in a
There's
life.
A little girl right now. With there's a not necessarily another Kerry, you know what I mean? But there's somebody who's aspiring to come out of a situation similar to yours, or probably even worse, that just a word from your mouth can inspire you. You said something earlier. Demar said the same thing. Demar tell we say she go in a clinic when she younger and she see a woman who she never ever see again in life, who inspired her to want to be a nurse. And look what she's become, a doctor. You know what I'm saying? And it was just a one encounter. So there's going to be somebody watching this particular reason right now, or 20, 30, 40, 50, when we gone.
Yes,
I'm going to see this and I'm going to draw inspiration from your story.
If not anytime soon, who knows? You can be changing somebody's life, right?
It's so funny that you guys are on this topic right here, but You see the journey of life. It's not what you do when you fall on the ground. It's what you do after you get up off of the ground. That's what defines you as a person. You know. So if me fall today, and me I go sit down and if me I go fall and I murmur and I complain about it, it's not fixing anything. So, you know, if me there's something that a topic where we don't even want to touch, because that is me know say if me touch it, I go. The show I go in our next world over the sun. But it all from Jamaica, from the water carrying, from when water gone, they carrying a water drug in my hand. I remember one time, cause my grandmother used to sell, she used to, sometimes people will come in.
We're there, man.
Sometimes people will come in.
We just give you the floor. Go on, talk.
Sometimes people will come and buy stuff off of the property. My grandmother used to go to the market and stuff like that and sell her little stuff. And so they have to carry the load from down Johnny Dory Hill, from down there all the way up. And I remember one time one of my uncle make one cutter like the African them, put on my head. And put one basket on my head. You see, by the time if you reach up on the hill, and if you come over the hill, I saw my neck steer. Me feel say me can't move my neck no more. I mean, I said from there, so sometime and you know, the other day I went to somebody have a birthday party, and there was a song that played. One of my uncle passed. This is another uncle that passed away. And him have two little jukebox, some long box. Him call him little sound round beat. And me I tell you say, when him put on the music and string up the song, you hear him say, oh, eh. My grandfather say, oh, a witch woodpecker. But the other day, I remember there was a song that played, and I remember that when we was all kids and he string up in the two little box and we hear the music, we start running. Everybody we gonna go shower, put on our pretty clothes, and we come away and say Uncle Danny and play music and him string up in little jukebox or whatever the case might be. And we were so happy, so excited with just those two little box. And you would have think that we have the world when at the time you would think that it was the best thing ever. But looking back, I stand up in the event where I was, and I said, I full of water. I said, God, look at where I'm coming from to look where I'm at right now. But I myself, me say too, because sometimes even I always I talk and I joke, clone for myself. When me say, when what is the artist name? Valiant. When he must say, and in them have the rock. So me with one at the time in the place, I say, yes, Father, bless me, Father. All right, Father, I know you got me, Father. Even though them fees, I the song me I dance, but Father, I thank you, I praise you, I give you all the honor, all the praise, and I saw me I go on, But it's just sometimes I have a reality check when it comes to certain things, and those are the things. My past is what pushed me to keep on going, and the hurt, the pain, the sorrow, the everything. Those are my strong point, because may I tell you, say, when me look, you ever hear the song say, when I look back, when there's a song that says, when I look back over my life and I think things over, I can truly say that I've been blessed, because
yes.
That's one of my songs, because every day I get up, I say, Father God, I'm asking you to bless my hands and anoint my fingers, so whatever they do, they bring joy to people's heart, and all the glory belongs to you. None of it belongs to me, but in everything, Father God, I glorify you, because you bless me if you bless them. So when sometimes when people look and say, girl, you bad, girl, Why you ain't have so much? Why you ain't have more followers on Instagram? Why you don't do this? You like a hidden gem. I said, to God be the glory. In everything, when somebody a big me up, I said, to God be the glory. Them wouldn't even know. Say deep down, you know, and then in this time, see me out, me gone on, me attack. In this time when depression and sadness and so much things, people are suffer from so much things from within. All them need sometimes is an encouraging word.
Yeah.
So how many people that comes in front of me that's sad and broken, but them not tell nobody what them even live with, or they suffer, and their self-esteem is so low. But just the joy, you know, we see the transformation, and have people will come and say, Kerry, and you don't even know the blessing and how much you have blessed me, how much you build up my confidence to push me to start loving me, to start taking care of self more. There's a lot of people who in my community that look up to me or look on me. Me know say them strive off of me, but me not care as long as me can make a difference, as long as them a look. Sometimes I say, God, if me not have nobody and me have you, me have it all because you are show me and you are strengthen me and you are guide me and you are lead me. You know.
Make us share something with you right now.
Wow. Before you share that, let me just say this real quick. I said something a few minutes ago, but she's already doing it, making changes in people's lives. Y'all are already doing it.
To God be the glory.
Like I told you,
God be the glory.
Everything in life, for the people who don't know, everything in life have use. Whether good or
God created a God creation.
Whether good or bad, because at the end of the day, one man perception of bad is another man perception of good. You know what I say? And I'm saying this to say that we're shooting, you know, live on. I mean, when I might see palm tree and them something behind me. We're not up on the beach, when they're Florida. We're not there nowhere tropical. We're there one barber shop. Big up Andrew's statement. For see the vision. For jar we in the place for over 2.5 years. No rent, no nothing. You know me I say, and just see the vision and say, youth, do what you do. We've conducted over maybe 300 shows from this where we are right now. This
I gotta do it.
You know what I mean? And the average person who walks through that door might just be walking through just because they want a lineup. I try to show you where I go with this, you know, to show you how powerful you are. You have some people who walk through this door just for a lineup. We walk through this door for reach people all over the world. Once we extend this platform to you, remember, you know, the average person we are see out there, so them just want a lineup, but them don't know what is transpiring behind the scenes. What type of operations are happening while we're here. You know what I mean? And there's so many different components that are extending. So somebody might look at you and say, oh, she's the greatest nail tech I ever had. But another person might just need somebody to open up to her, just to talk to. And they'll pay that money.
Yeah,
you understand? You might have a little girl who's going on her prom. You might have somebody who's getting married for the first time. You know what I mean? You might have a baby shower. You know what I mean? Like, and you're the only. They might literally have a meltdown if they can't get you to do it, because you bring something that nobody else. You give them something that nobody else can give them. You know what I mean? And that's not just because you're good at what you do. That carrying that bucket of water, that one crayfish, them 2 dumpling there, that your mom leaving you at an early age, whatever else that you went through, that disclose that you will or will not disclose with us here tonight, is all a part of that.
But my brother, look upon this now. If you really think about it, she's been changing life since she was 10, 11 years old.
Exactly.
He was changing life since then, not just now.
Exactly.
Really look upon it.
Exactly. And God just chose for you to utilize your hand them to be the catalyst behind it. You know what I mean? You know, some people have them vice. Some people have them foot, like you seeing. You know what I mean? Some people have, you know, everybody have them talent, and you're focusing on it. Oh, you seeing are the fastest runner in the world, but look how much school him build. Look how much people life him touch. Look how much other youth him inspire. Just through running.
But
So
not-
it's at the picture is always bigger
but
than what the perception of it is.
not only that, but I mean, he just didn't become the fastest runner overnight.
Right.
I'm sure he had to put in work on top
Right.
Of course,
on
he
top
did.
on
Every,
top of
everybody,
work,
everybody, but that's what I'm trying to tell us. Say, you know, this reasoning is the primary focus is our guest here tonight.
Right.
But it's enlightenment not only for us, but also for her to let her know that how special of a person what she brings is so much more than just the talent that was bestowed upon her to beautify people, because beauty, like I said, in a sense is only skin deep. It goes so much deeper than that.
Yeah.
Sure.
You get what me I say? You know what I mean? So you're giving people power. When me get a trim, you know, which boy act like me, brother?
I'm sure it's a the transformation for me, and because I even paint too. I paint. I forgot to send you guys pictures of my paintings. You know, so I didn't even know that I have that within me, but it all for me being artistic.
It goes right back to your secret weapon, which is these.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna say, Lord bless my hands and anoint my fingers. So
You beautify the people. So all right. So you know what I mean. All right. So make we kind of step up the pace little now. Cause me know where the people them come over here far. You know see. Me know where them come over here.
But before we step up the pace too fast, just give you a quick transition from you say you went to junior high school. So when did it really, you know, what you call it, get the lick and say, yo,
Then that's some me that go.
Okay.
You just kind of there rephrase it. You just walk me go around the block and carry me.
I reach back for the
you run around the corner and try beat me around there, and then me and you buck up said place. But nothing wrong. Nothing wrong.
Right.
You're my brother, so me well allow that. So no, we just want to know when you started to get these feelings. Because like me say, you always know that you see things, you want to do things, so you end up do things. You know what I mean? You realize the value of your hands from very early. You know what I mean? Through other crafts. When did you start to embark on this journey that you're currently on now? At what point did that start to?
In high school.
Okay.
Like I said, I used to go and get the liquor, kick them from the beauty supply store. And I put on the little fingernail and tick like my thumb because I don't know how to do it. But as working from high school, 15 years old, I was a shampoo girl, and I used to watch Lynn doing nails, and I said, I want to learn how to do nails too. I want to have my clientele too. Maybe one day I can do this, So when I was in high school and I wanted to go away, I wanted to go away to college. So I was like, what can I do that when I go to college, I can get a job real quick?
Voila, 1 second. Did they have any type of like cosmetology course in the high school that you were?
Not at that time.
Okay.
Not at that time. I had to pay my way through to cosmetology school. But I'm telling the story behind that. So I was inspired by, Lynn. And as I said, I used to practice on myself, and because your best practice guinea pig is yourself. And when I leave high school, I wanted to go to college. So I was I was thinking about what I can do in the meantime while I'm going to college. And I was like, I can't do nails. I want to do nails because then I can set my own time, my own schedule. I can travel anywhere and do it because I don't have to, have to go on a job interview then per se and do all of that. But however, so I choose that. So as I leave high school, as I was leaving, in high school, I did the dual enrollment, so because I started college early. So I did a dual enrollment while I was in high school. When I leave high school, and I said, okay, I'm going to pay my way to cosmetology school so I can further on my education to going away to college. So I have I end up with a little gray Toyota. Mommy, me don't know if you remember, Betsy. But me end up with a little Toyota. Me now with my enough self, me tell you now, me go to a little piece of the story. But take my mother key, but me go to Walmart, go to show you how the brain did that work. Go copy key and take key, but me go drive car. Make friend influence me. But take my mother car and go drive my mother car go Orlando, go on a club.
Oh my God.
When we take the car no flip, the tire no blow out, flip with me, flip down in the ditch.
Wow.
On the other side. When the car flipped, it's like people kept on running to come because they thought that we had died the way how the car flipped. So people started, so when the police came and stuff like that, the same friend that I was with, I took my mom have AAA, so I called AAA. So when me call AAA and AAA come, they say they only have enough points to go to the home. The friend that I have that got me, influenced me for God. She said, I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. Can you drop me home? So now me in a deeper trouble now. Cause me gone AAA, gone over for my mother something. So when me go home now, what me I gonna tell my mother say? More than the car show bang up out the door and total. So that's how me end up with the little gray Toyota Betsy Luna. You can make it the car name. And I had that car, and that car I was doing two jobs. I was working at a restaurant and I was working at mobile gas station. But the transmission went out on the car because I fixed up at the car, and then my mom gave it to me. So the transmission went out. My car did go 25 miles per hour. And me now, me say, boy, Kerry and I feel go foot it in a girl. And me alone Palm Bay Road. And me I drive 25 miles per hour to go because I leave one job at 4 and me have to be at the other one by 7 o'clock. And then me have school. Me have to go to cosmetology school. So me have to balance all of them there. Plus me have my little apartment where me have to work and pay for. So me say, so when me I take me time and I roll on 25 miles an hour till me can buy one car, get one car for myself then. You understand? So it's so from a tender age, I practice independence because I love to be independent. I love having my own. And nothing like having your own car. Nobody can come and say, give me this, after me this. So, I did that. I went to cosmetology school. First it was nails. And I finished nails. Get a new vehicle. I said I was gonna go to college and do this and do that. It never happened, so because I was so fortunate like that. Me change my mind. Nails are going, nails are boom. That from the nails, then I went to the California Makeup Institute. It was offering a course. I went to the trade show in Orlando at the convention center, and I took up this class. I went back to Orlando for a couple of weeks to do the makeup class. I did it, and the owner for the Makeup Institute, we got real close. So we become real good friends. So then now she starts sending out for me to come and do some of the shows them with her. Michelle Robinson. So at one point, when you go in at any Mac store and call her name, they know exactly who me I talk about.
Wow.
You know. So Michelle Robinson was with the Makeup Institute. She's one of the owners of California. And then from there, I end up meeting Selena Miller. She's the one that did Pirates of the Caribbean 1, 2. She didn't do 3 because her mom had passed away. But me and those two ladies was planning on doing a makeup class in Jamaica at the time, because no makeup school, never did Jamaica at the time. But circumstances, things happen and I couldn't get to do it because you hear me?
Friend, no follow friend.
Sometimes the ulterior motive behind, that's why I say God is my keeper. You hear me? I stress it.
Yeah, man.
You hear me? I stress it. So from there on, I did the Makeup Institute. So each one of for the nails, I did nails, and then I did the Makeup Institute, and then the circumstances, what meant to be a destruction end up being a stepping stone and a blessing in my life. Because all that transition that happened, let me say, it's another story. That's what happened at that time in my life. It was also a blessing. I call it a spiritual retreat, because I went on a spiritual retreat. That's what I call it. Maybe I just call it that way. I went through the fire, the furnace, and was not come out unscorched and untouched. I never smell like no smoke. I went through the lion's den with me, Shaka, and the Bendigo, and the lion never touched me.
I can't help having seeing a striking resemblance to, I don't know if you ever heard this before.
Oh God, nobody go there. I'm a sister. Nobody say it, because them go, yeah.
What you think me gonna say? Shirley Ralph?
No, Spice.
Shirley Lee Ralph. May I get a Shirley Lee Ralph vibe from you right now? I don't know if the ear or, you know what I mean, like, but
I always say we look like Spice, so I don't know.
I get a Shirley Lee Ralph. You know,
that's sweet.
I get a vibe there.
It's
I don't know if it's because, you know, the classy vibe where you bring off, you know what I mean, or, you know, the militancy, because she's classy, she's badass, but still like
she just she's commanding.
She
just command and
you know what I mean? You know? She's a ladies' lady.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When she speaks, you want to listen.
Right.
And that's how you
and from a very early age, you know what I mean? Most of the qualities that you took on were very ladylike, you know, the cooking, you know, everybody looking to you for guidance, and, you know, you're the fruit girl, and, you know what I'm saying, and, you know, just, you know, and then how you, the career that you chose to embark on, all of these are very ladylike things. You know what I'm saying? And to me, Shirley Ralph just, not only just the resemblance that you have to her, you know, from a physical standpoint, but she just exemplifies classiness.
Classiness. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I get that vibe there from you. You know what I'm saying? I get the vibe.
True.
Blessings. That's all I can say, blessings. But from the makeup, then as I'm doing the makeup, I wanted to be a master stylist. I have a friend, Aldrine. She badass on cutting hair, doing hair. She's good like that, you know. So I always say I want to be a master stylist. I want to do this because I know how to do hair, I know how to do makeup, I know how to do this, that. So I went back to school and for the whole cosmetology thing, as far as being a master stylist. From there, I didn't stop. I took, they started offering body sculpting. So I said, wow, body sculpting, what is, what's that? So the whole shape up a body or whatever. Cause to be honest with you, one time I got me kill him, so I go and go check doctor about my house. The doctor want us to get a body sculpted. Doctor say, me only see the doctor lean back like this and brace and said, it's Walters. I am a surgeon and I'm not a magician. What you have, people coming here. You say, you see all them people out there? They come to get what you have naturally. You say, go lose some weight. So in the whole cosmetology field, I tend to pick what I want. So as far as the body contouring, I saw this lady, there was a school in Miami offering the body sculpting. So I took the class on that. That's the cavitation. The machine is a machine with the one where it's melt the fat, and the other one tighten the skin. It's a radio frequency, you know. From there, I didn't stop. Then I reach out to there's this wood therapist, celebrity wood therapist specialist called Stephanie Hollis. I call her the Don one. As when I reach out to Stephanie to do her class, and instead Stephanie have me to come do her makeup when she's teaching the class as her makeup artist. So when Stephanie teach class, you know, Stephanie have me in the class because she have me do a infomercial for her, and then she sometimes when she teaching class, she say, "Kerry, are you paying attention? What did I just say to this? What do I need use this wood for? What did I?" And she will hold up the wood sculpting, because they have different tools for the wood therapy. So with Stephanie show how to use the cavitation machine, and when she do the cavitation machine, she go in with the wood, because people who teaches the cavitation with the body sculpting, a lot of them do not teach you wood therapy, but Stephanie teach you wood therapy and cavitation, because when you use the wood to once you use the ones with the cavitation that melts the fat, then you use the wood to manipulate the fat because and gear it towards your lymphatic system, because there are 3 ways that the fat leaves your body: through your feces, your sweat, and your urine. So that's why I always tell people before they come, I say, drink a lot of water, because what I'm about to do to you, you're gonna use a bathroom. So anytime somebody lay down on the bed and once I start, sometimes they say, "Oh, can I go use the bathroom real quick? Can I go?" And I get excited for that. Sometimes I do the body sculpting all the wood. When you look, you see the accent I come on all the wood. When we look at his sweat, all of the run down my face, sweat I drop on client, because I get my workout. May I use the cup. May I use the rolling pin. May I use everything because I always say the fat are my enemy, and I like the fat. And a lot of times people be like, "I want my waist to look like yours," but consistency is the key in everything that you do. So me, you know, sometimes one time I have 2-3 waist train and me have on. One time when you look, you say, "Come like my belly want to touch my body." But me, you know, already to buy it, me still a go and see where you hear the saying, say some of them foot shoes are bun them, but them are gone.
Young girl, wear your size.
Exactly. Size 5. So you know, when I'm doing all of that, and I see the difference, because if people do the cavitation with the wood, that's what you see. Even some pictures that I sent to you guys, that's in one setting. So imagine one setting do that, much less 5, 6, 10 settings in that, and you be consistent and your shape where compressed. Because anybody who lay on my table, I always tell them, man, woman, I tell them if a compress. The compress, and I make sure that I offer the waist trainer and stuff like that. I make sure I offer that. So if you're not come with one, or even if you come with one, sometimes you feel you have one, a good one, and it's not good enough because it's not tight enough. It's not going to compress. It's not going to hold you in enough. So from sometimes people say, I want what you have on. Oh, for your waistline looks so. Oh, this, but you know, you if you, like I tell people, I say consistency. You can't put it on now and then take it off couple days after and just be like, okay, I don't want to wear it no more. Oh, because this don't feel comfortable. Consistent. Them say if you want good, your nose have to run sometime.
And that's why you have to keep a box of tissue on deck. You know what I'm saying? So this sounds like we're talking about what you're currently doing right now, correct?
Yes.
All right. So this is so tell us a little something about proper nails and makeup. You know what I mean? This is and I see a LLC back at it. You know what I mean? You and your cousin with them wipe a letter, yeah. Me can't keep up, you know, because me just got in a B, C, D. You know what I mean? We don't just have wipe a letter back on the name and back on the company them. You know what I say? You know what I mean? We need some letter, you know, my youth. We need to know if we get some letter too. You know what I say?
We soon start it.
All right. We have one LLC still. We have one LLC. But how did when did the vision for proper nails and makeup come into play? When did you act on it, and where are you with it right now? But before we go there, like how we have made the transition, I remember me tell us that there's always a corner if it turned down. All right, now ramp with me, you know. A proper nails and makeup we got, you know. Yeah, we lie, it come like we forgot to take a trip in a yacht. When me say come like we forgot to take one trip.
No, sir.
And the transition we done in, I know people. I transition we done in, all right. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Now, hey, me see one bag of sit now go another shop there. What? You see the belly something there? Me need to go lie down on one of them table there. No! You know, here we have told you. What? That little suction. All of that. All of that me want right now. Me want it. No. Me not care how much it costs. Do you guys take IOUs? But anyway, no. What we need to talk about that something there.
Payment plans.
Yeah, payment plans. Something. Me don't know.
As long as the interest rate not too high, right?
We need to get it done. You need to get it done now. Somebody may say.
It's right there, so right over there, so.
So yeah, like I was saying, how did the vision come about for, you know, proper nails and makeup? When did you actually start it, and where are you at now with it?
Well, proper nails and makeup, like I say, after I come out of the Lions, then proper nails and makeup came about the name. I've been doing this for over 20 something years, but the name Proper Nails and Makeup came up in 2015, I should say, 2015. So when that name came about, I wanted something. I don't know, I just clicked. It come like, I was talking to my cousin, Sian, one day, and Sian said, Madam, you know, say, anything where you do, any name where you give your company, any name where you set right now, make it all be on one thing. Don't do this right here, so I call it this, and do that thing over something.
Yeah, chaka something.
Yes, just keep everything uniform, you know. So so may give it the name Proper Nails and Makeup, like officially, because I had that in mind, but I think it was proper something before. But I initially like put my LLC and register with the state of Florida and all of that at that time in 2015. But when I did that, I say, well, Proper Nails and Makeup, okay, everything proper nails, the nails proper, the ear proper, the foot proper, everything have to be proper. So it so made emphasize on the name proper, even the waistline, I say proper waist, you know, because everything proper. At Proper Nails and Makeup, you go in changa and you come out properly, well done, you know. With that from 2015, then my uncle had a barber shop. Where Proper Nails is right now, it used to be a barber shop there. So my uncle had closed down the business, and you know, I went to a different location. From there, I transitioned to somewhere else. I hate moving. When it comes to business wise, I don't like moving because clients do not like that. To go here, go there. So where I was, the lady, I end up somewhere, and the lady was selling her salon without saying anything to anyone. So I was like, I went out in the car one day, and I went to tell her some tears just are running. I said, God, I said, I'm tired of moving. I said, it's time for me to have my own, even though I try to talk myself out of the whole owning my own, because it's a lot of responsibilities when you have your own business. So I kept on looking at different locations. Every time I look at different locations, it's like it don't work out. They end up revert back to over where that old barbershop used to be. So then I said, no, I don't want to go over there. But every time I just may I go to everything. So everything work out much better when it's all said and done. So I say, you know what? I say, Lord, in life, when you step out on faith, you know, you don't know, but you just believe and know, say, God have it. Or I say, God, you say to step out on faith, and I say sometimes, you know, feel comfortably, you know, when you're stepping out on faith, it's not going to feel comfy. But at the same token, if you're stepping out and trusting God and you put him before you, you know, say everything is going to be all right. So me step out on faith, and me and my husband, Ryan, I said, babe, because he do flooring and all that stuff. And
well, I know, Mr. Jamaican Florida workforce. You think seminar see you? Voila. Before you even go no further, you have so much people who love you, genuinely love you. Like I said, we commended you, you know, for taking the time out, but like we talked to you months ahead of time, so you kind of set this time aside. But I just want to take this time to commend everybody who's here now on this live. You know what I mean? I want to give you guys a round of applause, you know, because you were on the live commenting before we were even live, You know what I mean? Like, me not see her, or me not see her.
Where
You know
she
what I
there?
mean?
Where she
Yeah,
there?
where she there?
Where she
And just like Kerry and VR is late, and you know what I say so.
You don't must have to bring up that.
Yeah.
So.
So me I go big up, you know.
But
so me-
hold on. Her being late was not her fault.
exactly.
So
Our fault.
our fault, that
Our
one.
fault.
Thank you, guys. You don't hear that?
Yeah, our fault.
Once, never late.
But
Yes.
that not say you're not late. All of
Don't
the
give me
rest of the time.
flowers.
You're not-
Once, never late.
that not say you're not late all the rest of the time. So
We have to take credit for
all right, we have to take
We have to
credit
take, yeah.
for this
We have
one
to.
year alone.
So
But we don't
big
know
up to you
about
for
it.
the on time that
We
time.
don't know
yeah.
about the
So
other time them.
all of the people that were such late, it wasn't her fault. That was our
Yeah,
fault.
that one there the power we.
Yeah,
People. That one there the power we. But me don't know about the other
Yeah,
toes
we
and
don't know
time
about
and- Yeah, we don't know about that. You know what I say? But big up Jamaica, Florida source, work source. I don't know. I heard him say my wife got this, so I'm thinking that may be your husband.
Yes.
Okay, all right. So big up.
Big up, Ryan. Big
Right.
up, big up.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, you know, my general. Big up Janier, Chanel, you know, big up Damar, of course.
I mean,
you know, Damar McIntyre setting. Say it with me now, man. Settings back at the name. You know what I say? Big up Cian McIntyre. That's a little brother we should grow with. And she used to get the trouble.
Me say you know skip a beat, you know.
Hold on, man. She used to get the trouble back at the zinc fence, and she go like she can't take the talk. And see and just say, yo, you're the fire one, you know, my sister. Go on, you know. And you're gonna take it beating by yourself. You know, man say, so big up that brother there. You know, man say, with general.
Yeah,
you know, man say, you know, man say, big up Kennedy, Penda Life. You know, man say, big up Omar.
Shen, Shanika.
Yeah, man, big up Omar Hines. You know, man, say big up Sally Gill. Big up, man. Who again, no brother? You can't read. You're not going to read somebody name.
I need my glasses.
All right, big up Jadward Jonas. You know, man, say, cool, no, man, big up Nelline Campbell. If me say on the name wrong, people don't blame me. Me just get the glasses. I'm kind of still a kind of.
And even if on the name no call. From uno know so no depend
like
big uno,
all the cousin and family on the platform, big up on yourself, big up on your support.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
Big up Kim play Kim playing 97 playing and not
Kim the pan. Big up Kim.
Big up Kim, big up Shift Tacular, of course. Shift Tacular music set.
Can't see nobody, so me don't know.
Man. You know, man, say, yo, big up, man. Big up Candy, Candy Bryan, big up Nika Pinda, big up Junior LaRook, our Junior LaRook, all right. Big up Rural Mackenzie, my name is general, and my family surname that too, you know. You know, Roddy in your family. You know, man, say, all right, so I know say, all right, big up my uncle Pluggy. You know, man, say Stephanie Alice. You know, man, say big up.
That's Stephanie Hollis. That's the wood therapy specialist. So may I tell you about big up than one Stephanie.
Hold on. She do the belly something?
Yes, she's a wood therapy specialist. Very knowledgeable. If you can tune in on the live, tune in for the live. Big up.
Yeah, well, yeah. Millicent E. Banks. Yeah, trust me. Raquel White. Val Jonas, just Marlene Chamber, Stefan McIntyre is a next man. You know, I say Stephanie, man. I poor Santa people over here. Now that's something I try to tell us the people they love your mama. So you people may are going on my Uncle Sax voice, you know, say, oh my heart, I'm afraid. You
know, good, because to them, I said, look here, when I was talking to you to them, I said, boy, my nerves zip on me,
Hold on, stick up. Let me say this.
You think somebody not tell them?
Hold on. Oh, you for nervous to come on this platform.
You know, sister, she take over.
You transform people life. You make people look so good.
But it's a difference.
But the nervous just come with a reasoning.
It's a difference. You see, if you give me some tools, some makeup brush, or some the wood sculpting machine, all of them something there. If I have that, I may do something. It's a difference because I'm not even me now I'm penny. Me can work and talk. I'm more comfy like that. But no, me sit down and I have to talk and think back. Like I was thinking, I'm hearing me now. Maybe I should write down some key points and Let me say no, so I don't want rears. I have to be myself. I want the world to see me as me. So I said, you know what? Anything that they ask me, I will just answer them to the best of my knowledge and just be true to me, for the world to see, hey, this is Kerry Ann, and just like I said, like I never stopped when I did the when Stephanie I tell me, say, Kerry Ann, are you paying attention? What did I just say? What did I just do? I mean, I have to tell Stephanie what she said, what she do, but Stephanie, she is I would recommend Stephanie to anybody because Stephanie, when I tell her, say knowledgeable. She break it down, and anybody who she teach, if they don't understand, you call Stephanie. Stephanie said, come. What don't you understand? Tell me what you don't understand. And she now stop like a good teacher does until you understand. And so that's why I have to pick up Stephanie because she made me have an interest in this wood therapy, in this massage that I don't think I would have it like that, and that's why I even before the show I called her and I said, Stephanie, I sent you a link, I'm gonna go live because Stephanie is American, so most of this stuff I don't know if Stephanie understand some of them, but stuff she does, and from there, from the wood therapy, I went to Brows and Beauty for the brows. So every time there's something that's trending, I may get one little money, save up one little money, I put myself, I always tell myself that the sky is the limit. If me can't do something passy, me gone up the so. You understand? So I never stop believing in myself. And to anybody who are watching, never stop believing in yourself. Always be true to yourself. Because if you don't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. And if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. So it's like from I save some little funds when everybody, remember the stimulus check. Me take my stimulus and put some extra money on whatever I save up upon the whatever I save up on my stimulus and put myself through Brows and Beauty to go do the course for the permanent brows. So from there I did the permanent brows, and then them come out with Russian lip fillers. Them come out with the lip blushing. When you neutralize, like you see, if your lips dark and you want it pink or you want it a different shade, I can do all of that. Then I can do stretch mark color camouflage where there's no more stretch mark, erase them there. Listen, I left so from the brows, I wasn't satisfied. They come out with the trending thing with the needleless lip fillers and stuff like that. So I went back. I went to do a refresher course on the brows. And when I went to Atlanta, Brows and Beauty flew me to Atlanta. When I went up there, I went to get 1 certification. I'm going to come back with 9. Because me tell myself, say, Kerry Ann is either you go hard or you go home. So when me come back, I say, and sometimes I sit down, sometimes you have to talk to self and say, self, if you don't believe, sometimes you have to, sometimes you have me laugh, but it's a true statement. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody can go believe in you like how you believe in yourself. So I never stop pushing myself, and I never stop encouraging myself, even when it look like, say, the outside cloudy and no light now shine. Me say at the end of the tunnel there have to be light, and after the storm there have to be a calm. So it's like those are encouraging words. I mean, tell people all the time, because sometimes people will be like, Kerry, and how you do it? Me say me no know. Me say God. I mean, and God I tried.
Yeah, may I go just correct you upon one thing, Mama, because believing is one thing. You kind of past the believing point. You just know. and when it becomes a vibe and you just know within your fabric, regardless of what road you take to get there, like I said, going back to, like, if it takes you 15 years to become what you become, and it takes a next person 1 year to become what they become, you're still what you aspired to become. So what happened prior to that? If anything, the person with 15 year have more experience than the person with even have one. You get the message? So you believing is still it not it believing is a part of it, you know what I mean? But it's still kind of little shaky. But when you know, remember, you first say it up on a live. If when you know, you know. Who know.
Yes.
You understand? And when you know, you just know. And sometimes you don't even know why you know, because it's just instilled in you. It's an inborn concept.
Yes.
There's certain things. There's a objective way of thinking, and there's a subjective way of thinking. There are some things in life where every human being get where just come naturally. Nobody have to teach you how to blink. Nobody have to teach you how to breathe. Nobody have to teach you how to walk. Nobody have to teach you how to talk.
That's true.
Everything outside of the scope of that is just something where somebody tell you. So whether you want to believe it or not is up to you. That is belief. Yes. But knowing, you know how to walk, you know how to talk, you know how to breathe. Nobody not teach you that.
But God.
Exactly.
But God.
Exactly.
So
when it come to what you were put here to do, it may come in the form of doing nails or doing makeup or me need to know about that old therapy something there. But anyway, we're not talking about that. But when it come to all of these things, but all of these things are things that are put in place to build up people.
And she do it naturally.
Yes.
Because she say
that's a profession that you chose.
Yeah. And it's it's been in her since she was young. From young
that's
days.
You have cousin and all of these people over here talking. Them remember them gone back in a dumpling days with Janga.
Yes, you're not left off of that. Yes, you.
Them gone back in, but that have to just show you.
Oh, long
if
have it long time.
That inspire people from them time there. If somebody can remember that, you know much cousin me have where I forgot me. I try to forget some shit with them do me when we little. Sorry, me the first bad word cut for night. I apologize, but that's how much me I burn them out. And them people that still remember you for a positive thing where you put in.
Still I get blessings from them days there.
Yes, that's true. That's true. That is true. That is
true.
And but it comes so naturally to you, we tend to take it for granted. But what me I'm gonna tell you is through these hands that you were given, the blessing that you are giving to people through these hands. It's bigger than the thing proper. Yes. Nails, makeup, the whole works.
You say a thing earlier, you know. I mean, I go bring it up again. I mean, a bride on her wedding day, she wants to be the most beautiful bride ever. And you give her that look. That is something for life that she will never forget.
Exactly.
You know that I always say, when people pass on and you have the memories, they say memories don't live like people do. But when you have a wedding day, something like that, for the bride, is priceless. You have that. That's the one time. Some people are the one time them ever walk down the aisle. So them have that picture to cherish for life. So me, my thing is to make sure that they're comfy, keep them, make sure that they relax and everything else, you know. So when sorry about that.
No, man,
Oh
you're
my
good,
good
man.
man.
You had a moment, and we all do.
No. Something a while ago. Me, I said my thing is to make sure that they're comfy, and to me, I'm that special person before them even go there to see, for everybody to see them. Sometimes some of them brides when me do, they never wear makeup ever. And so, and I will have virginity me taking makeup, sculpting, pedicure, manicure, but people like them come, they comfy. You know, sometimes I read comments or reviews that clients will give me, and the thing that they will talk about mostly how comfy they are, how I make them feel, how and that's when you walk into a place of business, and if you don't have that comfortable feeling there, if you don't feel the person who's performing the service, if they don't make you feel comfortable, you can't go back. You know, so it's like, and like I said, sometimes people come so broken to me when me feel like say I may have to fix them. So it's like sometimes.
All right. So you I see that you go like you don't understand our purpose. Yo, you see you can't bother with you sometime, you know, man. Ryan, we want you over here.
No, hold on.
Ryan, we want you over here. See me all a mash up all the mic, brother. Mr. Ryan.
No, but
Mr. Ryan, we want you over
hold
here,
on,
please,
man.
and thanks.
Do she realize how important
Brother,
she
then you know just
is
hear the
to
woman talk it a while ago, man.
people?
She just talk it. She know. She know. She know. She understand.
But that's why
how
I
vital.
brought it up.
Yes.
While yo, listen, when you
Brother,
dress up
all right.
those brides,
Listen, man.
and fix them up and
Listen,
them
man.
take that
Listen,
walk,
man.
it's
Listen,
like
man. Listen, man. Why you think we have to do this for 2.5 years? If one somebody company like, you have one somebody we are look forward to seeing us over here.
It's true.
And if we don't forward over here, that could be the difference between life and death for them, and we don't even know that because they don't know the manner in which you affect people.
all right.
That's
Because those people that depend on you know what them are gonna do? Them are gonna tell them family, them are gonna tell them friend, no, you have to go see. You have to go to her.
Brother.
She's the great.
You know, I must say this. As I said, some people tell their family and they tell their friend. I have a client / friend that I didn't know that she was struggling with depression. And one day she came and she said, Mama, I truly don't know me. I go through so much. Sometimes you see people post things, don't feel say you can't read. Some people you can't read through. But you know, I didn't know that this person was going through so much, and the person they're talking, and you know, every time the person will call me or if they come by to talk to me, I have, you know, me make room. It doesn't matter what me I do, me will go one side and talk to the person, because sometimes a person needs to hear encouraging words. So, you know, at times I'll talk to the person and I, you know, try to encourage them the best way that I can. And I said, you know, in all things, you know, just give it all to God and pray about it, you know. And me just I said these things not knowing that the person in actuality like the difference that I'm making in the person's life. So one day the person came and they was talking to me. They said, Kerry Ann, and I cry now, and they said, Kerry Ann, actually you wouldn't even know that you actually saved my life because of the bridge me the figure for jump off, and you saved my life, Kerry Ann. And you know, me I say for real, like for real. I mean I said, Chum. And they went into details and started saying certain things. And I said, God, may I say, what is this? And it's like from ever since then, the person say, actually, you don't know you saved my life. Actually, you don't know the difference what you're making in my life. I have another person come in and they said, Kerry, and you just don't know how much you inspire me to do this. Or because anytime somebody, even with my profession that I do, if somebody come and say they want to do, they see me doing whatever I'm doing and they want to do it, I tell them, go ahead. I say, is this something that you want to do? Or make sure, I always say, if you're passionate about doing this or whatever they choose to do, we say, go ahead. As long as you're happy. Because if you're happy and you're content in whatever you're doing, I go do good because you always I go push yourself, just like how me. Put me keep
Yo, me say, yo, me can't listen, man. Yo, you see how she warm up, you know?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
listen, man. Listen.
Yo.
Carry on. We have a next brother. We have a brother artist that come on. We gone over our time, but I've been texting with her and communicating with her and letting her know that we actually started late. So that's why we kind of ran over into her time. Your family, like at this particular time, if you were an artist, we would probably say do a dub plate for overall settings or whatever, what I mean, so we could have a sound bite. But obviously you're not an artist, so what we would like you to do for us at this moment is just look straight into the camera and tell all of these people who have been here for you from the minute before we even got on this live to just press the like button, subscribe to this channel so they can come and share this particular reasoning with as many people as possible. You know what I mean? And also tell them where they can reach you. You know what I mean? And then we're going to W one of us, and then we have to
do part few.
No, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. Remember, say shit there where we there, and we can't go cross, the border. We can't go on a plane. Or we're gonna come. I need to talk about that belly thing. We're gonna go live and go to her location, and we're gonna get a procedure done. We're gonna talk about that off the air. But that's how we're going to continue this particular.
However, this like you said, we're gone over time for the other artists. So, I mean, this is need a part few. That's all.
No, but I'm telling you, it has to be face to face. It has to be. That's because nothing can top just what we've touched on now, and we're still just merely scratching on the surface of what this talented young lady brings to the table. You know what I mean? So I mean, we have to cap it off, but at the same time, there's some things that have to be said before we cap it off, but we also have to confirm that we're gonna go see her in person.
Of course, Merms already tell me already. So no more like say Merms fill me in already.
Me not mind if I'll them follow me from my procedure from the minute me say yo, me I go do this, and then
hold on. That procedure would have to be,
Yeah. We are gonna do the world works. We are gonna do the world works. We are gonna do the world works.
So Dr. Mac is there because at there we offer lipodissolve shots, weight loss, on top of all the other service, manicure, pedicure, makeup, body sculpting, stretch mark camouflage, fillers remover. She do the IV hydration. If you're tired, you want your skin, it detox the semaglutide. The semaglutide is the weight loss, but the glutathione that I'm a favorite because it detoxes your skin shed from inside out. We offer a lot of service. Lash, we have a lash tech there, loctician for your locks. Pedicure is another nail tech. The barbering. We have all kind of. We trying to make it be a one-stop shop where we have a facial person, person that do waxing, all of that. We offer a wide range. But my Facebook name is Proper Nails and Makeup. Instagram Proper Nails and Makeup. YouTube Proper Nails and Makeup. One of my biggest thing, guys, I have so much content in my phone, but I never do post them. I have so much of my work in my phone and not post them. I don't know what it is.
Because you're always busy.
Help me
You're
do
always
some marketing.
You're always busy.
Always.
Always busy. And nothing wrong with that. And anybody we truly love you understand. You know what I'm saying? So now watch the bag of follower. I mean, may have people over here with 10,000, 100,000 follower and the live not gonna away. You know what I'm saying? This is when I top live, you know, we may have in a longest while. And you know, if me never heard of a next artist, if me never heard of an artist a come on right now, we could have continue talk. And
Well, you know, like you say, you know, part 2, you know, maybe
man.
you know, me warm up now and
Yeah,
stuff like that. I know what to expect next time. So
but me tell us, you know,
Mm.
comfortable. You know what I mean? And
yeah, you did.
you know,
And you know, like me tell Damar, I said, Damar, come hold me hand, come I feel like my heart I go beat out to the chest. And that's how she has said, but you're gonna do fine. The same thing like what I would have tell her, babes, you got this.
So how you feel now? How you feel now?
I feel well relaxed because
Salute.
the greatest thing is that I'm not seeing the comments. I don't know who is on the live. I'm not seeing none of that. I'm just seeing you guys. I'm just talking. I'm just being myself, you know. So, you know, pretty much with as far as the makeup part, a lot of people, sometimes I do people makeup, them keep it on all at 2-3 days. Because they said when I do their makeup and people will compliment them, they get so much compliment. Or this one lady said she go to South Beach and she get her makeup done from the Friday. The Monday she called me and said, girl, I just don't want to take off my makeup. I say, you're crazy. You're not supposed to have on makeup. You're supposed to clean your face, cleanse your skin at nighttime, take off the makeup. She said, no, after she see the man them and they're telling her how beautiful she is. She said, I couldn't take it off because she said she just started crying because of the compliments that she was getting.
Oh, man,
So,
you see what you do?
yeah, man.
You see what do you do?
Yeah, brother.
You
Like
see what you do?
listen, man. Yo, we're not gonna stop talking to Kerry on, man. When I go make me get beaten, you know, the mermaid I call my phone right now. It'll be the artist they are with, you know. Respect, I respect.
Big up yourself, Merms.
People, listen me. Not beg no. As me say, Kerry and Walters Burton has just added one more name back at the Burton, you know what I mean, so that our settings now, you know what I mean, so share one away. Anything that you're doing in the future, you know what I'm saying, anything that you need us to highlight, anybody else that you want us to highlight, you know what I say, if you just feel like you just want to forward over here and hold a vibe and ask 2 questions for any reason that we have, you know what I mean, you want to sit in, be a special guest, whatever you want, we're at your beck and call. You're part of our family. Whatever we can do for heighten your thing, you know what I mean, we have now officially become your ambassador for your brand. You know what I say? So we will continue to do whatever we can do to heighten your thing. You know what I mean? And we only can hope that you and the people who love you will do the same, you know what I mean, by subscribing to our channel, sharing this video to as many people as they possibly can, you know, to create the awareness, you know, not only for you, for Demar and the 500 other people who are over here, because everything over here have substance.
That's true. That is true.
Everything over here have substance.
Guys, I thank you guys for tuning in, watching my live. It's my first time, but overall, I think I did good. Make sure you guys like, subscribe to Overall Settings, and like, subscribe, follow Overall's podcast settings. Big up everybody. Thanks for having me as your guest. I'm ready to come back whenever you guys need me again. This is Kerry Ann, Walters Burton. And I thank you.
I'll get a call, you know. You'll get a call, you know, because when the big money start coming, you know, we are going to like makeup artists and all of them sitting there.
I travel anywhere in the world.
Yeah, man. So now I feel like I will get when we get a budget, you know, we are going to call you, know. Remember me told you.
Yeah, you know, man. You see me add an extra last name settings. So
yeah, man. Zoni, big up to make it possible, my general. You seen the play, and these were Demar and you know, respect to everybody who take the time out to come over here. But these were two out of the box reasonings that we did that we didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what to expect, but they ended up successful nonetheless. Two of our highest viewed videos to date just on the live. You know what I mean? So we thank you for your time, and we'll definitely be calling you. I don't know, probably we can have you and Demara at the same time.
I know,
Yeah,
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, man.
Me that think the same thing.
So, people, big up everybody on the live. Please, may I beg you now, subscribe to the channel. We're also streaming from 4 different platforms right now. We're also streaming from 1mermaid World on YouTube. So please subscribe to that channel. And we're also streaming from Facebook, our overall settings page. So you're already on this particular page. So just like, subscribe, share Kerry and Walters Burton settings video. Please just make it go viral. You know what I'm saying? And big up on yourself, and you know, outside of the therapy, would I love if me can get 1 crayfish and 2 dumpling when I time.
All right.
Big up yourself, dear. Salute, dear mama. All right.
Blessings, you guys have a blessed one, and thanks again.